What's your first impression of Ryan O'Reilly?
Yeah, exactly what we thought he was going to be. I thought he played a great two-way game, contributed on the offense, and I said on the bench, his stick is so active and he's always picking off plays, and I thought he played a great game for us, especially, he had a long travel day and I'm sure a long night, so yeah, he played great for us stepping in tonight.
Does that say something to you guys, though, Mike, that both me and Noel were adamant that Sheldon said we're playing tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, they just found the news out last night, and they're here the next night playing for us. And I thought Noel was unbelievable as well. We call him Cooks. He played his game and was hard on the forecheck. He had a lot of chances too. So I thought both of them came to play tonight.
What do you call him, Cooks?
I don't know. I just found that out right now, so I'll find out more. But
what are your thoughts on what Joseph Woll did, especially that save on Hoffman and Williams?
Yeah, Waller played great for us. He stood in there. He had a lot of action tonight, and he stood tall. And I know he's been having a great year down in the Marlies, and now he's getting his feet wet up with us. And I think he looks comfortable in the net, and we're very confident with him in the net.
It's so crazy to me when you get two new guys. Does it change your routine at all, just because of the extra energy that might have been in the ref in the morning?
Yeah, no. Well, to be honest, my routine stayed the same. Kind of nothing changed. It's just another game, but obviously there was excitement in the room with two new guys, two guys that are going to help our team really, really well. And yeah, so we were all kind of looking forward to tonight. And I thought right off the get-go that first shift by O'Reilly and his line, he almost got one. So that would have been great. But yeah, I thought both of them played really well.
Austin had a nice assist on one of your goals. What do you make of the assist he had on Willie's goal coming out from the net?
Yeah, that showed his strength. He's hard to get the puck off of, and he showed it there. I think he had two guys on him, and he made a really nice play across the crease to Willie, and Willie just kind of tapped it right in. So, yeah, Matty's a shooter, but also he can dish and make those kind of plays as well.
With Brian, is it cool to have another Cardinal Newman alumnus?
Yeah, that's right. He went to Newman a little before me, but yeah, I'll be talking to him about that. I know his aunt really well. She was my teacher and my volleyball coach. So yeah, small world, and yeah, I'm happy that he's on our team.
Michael, 2 goals for yourself, including a really nice shooting goal. You're a little bit more comfortable this year shooting from different angles, off different balances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. That's something I wanted to work on in the off season, and still work on it during practice as well. Kind of being a threat. More farther away from the net instead of just being right in front of the net. And I know obviously that's my game, and that's where I want to be, in front of the net, and that's where I want to kind of get my goals. But if I have opportunities to shoot it and from afar, I don't want to be afraid to do it, and I was able to do that tonight.
Describe what this day was like for you.
Yeah, it's a bit of a whirlwind, but it was exciting getting here this afternoon, kind of meeting everyone, and just get going. It was nice to, not take a day, just get right into the mix, and it was good to get that one out of the way.
It could have been easy just to fly to Chicago. It's a 45-minute flight, but Sheldon said you were both adamant that you wanted to be here and play in this game.
Yeah, Ryan and I we didn't want to waste any time. We wanted to get out here and be with these guys, get a day here in this arena in front of the home crowd, and get that big win for everyone.
What was it like?
It was unbelievable. I've played against these guys for a while now, and playing against them now, being able to play with them is fun. I don't have to chase them around anymore. And but no, every guy in here was great, very welcoming, and we played a tight game out there, and we got the result we wanted.
The group's different, but the core that's here was what you played against in Boston. What would you make of them from afar back then, compared to how they play now?
I think they've grown each year, and I was young when I played these guys early on, and I think they add a lot more to their game when it's two-way. These guys are top players in the league, but they've added aspects where helped their game and made them more difficult to play against, and now I can join them and help them in any way I can.
How much did you notice the crowd after your first couple of shifts? They give you a good ovation.
Oh, it's playing in this rink's always loud, and finally I get them cheered for me, which is nice.
It looked like you and Austin shared a laugh on the bench there at the end of the game. I know he likes his sticks. Did he notice something about yours?
Yeah, he liked how much wax I put on it. I said to him that you can do some special things with your stick. I need a little help, so puck stays on my stick from that way. He's got different ways he can keep it on his stick.
How does it feel when your first game at home in the NHL?
pretty awesome, especially against Montreal on Saturday night. It was pretty special.
What goes through your mind when being from the St. Louis area, you just acquired the Blues captain?
Yeah, amazing. I actually didn't know about it until this morning, so it was pretty funny. I was looking at the lineup chart. I was like, what happened to our lines? So, yeah, it was pretty cool. Obviously for them to come in and play their first game at home, and the welcome that the crowd gave O'Reilly when he was getting announced was pretty cool too. So I imagine it was a pretty special moment for them.
Do you not have a cell phone? Like you didn't?
No, I don't. I don't have social media. Okay. So I literally live in the dark with that stuff. So I came in, I literally had no idea. So yeah.
Tonight, obviously 29 saves, but the key one on Hoffman there, I think it was 1-1 coming in alone. You make the save on him, and Pierce were following after. I just see that overall.
Yeah, obviously big that we got that goal, and just try my best to do my job, and when I'm called on, be ready.
What stands out to you the most about O'Reilly?
It seems like a great dude. I think his hockey speaks for himself, but I think you don't really get an opportunity to know guys on a personal level. So, coming in and especially playing right away, right after the trade, says a lot about both those guys.
Did you get a chance to be in St. Louis during their cup sort of celebration type thing?
No, I was in Boston.
Yeah,
so I was probably the only St. Louis fan in Boston during that run. Just finishing up from school.
Exciting. Yeah, it's been a crazy last 24 hours coming here and such, but obviously it's great just to dive right in. To get a big wing like that and just kind of get to know the guys and start this whole process it's been awesome, very exciting.
When you think about it, Ryan, you wake up in St. Louis, you play hockey in Toronto, you go to bed in Chicago. Is there a moment where it'll maybe sink into you what just went down in the last little while?
Yeah, I catch myself every hour or so. I just still can't believe everything that's just gone on and such. Yeah, it's just been a whirlwind, but yeah, it's nice to be with the boys and kind of start this process. It's a great team here, and yeah, I'm very excited to be part of it.
What was it like for Sheldon to put you out and your first game as a Leaf, Saturday night, hockey night in Canada, Montreal Canadiens, take the opening face-off?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, obviously, too, I had a ton of family here as well, so I know it was very special to them, and I'm glad I won the draw. That was kind of nice too. But yeah, honestly, just everything today has just been so crazy. I'm sure it'll calm down in the next few days, but again, we're back at it tomorrow.
Your dad posted a video of your kids watching you come out for warm. What does it mean to your family? And as a visiting player, did you ever think like would it be cool to play here?
Yeah, absolutely. My parents both grew up in Toronto. My wife's from here. Obviously a lot of ties to here. Always thought about it, but never really, thought it would actually happen. So it's still kind of shocked that I'm actually playing here and such. But again, to have my boys too, that their age are kind of starting to understand hockey. It's so cool to be able to share it with them. And wish they were here, but I know they're excited to come here.
What's it like to come to a team that has designed on winning the Stanley Cup and got you for that reason?
Yeah, you could tell just the energy in the room and in between periods, the way guys are, and the focus and the detail they put in. You just tell it's they're trying to win, and it's something to be for myself. It's fun to be a part of. Just that mindset, and you can see it's just a collective group, and obviously there's tons of work that has to happen still, but it's just rejuvenating to kind of just be around that kind of energy and such.
Why is it important for you and Noel to get here tonight? Because you could have just met in Chicago.
Yeah, I was kind of saying it's kind of like going into cold water. It's better just to kind of jump head first instead of tiptoe into it. And this was a little extreme in the sense of going here and then taking off right now. It's a little crazy, but I think it's the way to do it. I think the longer we waited, the more kind of thinking creeps in and such. It's better just to get here and start playing, let the hockey do it. And yeah, it's been great so far.
What will you remember most about tonight's game?
I don't know if it was dumping the Gatorade on myself in warm-ups. That wasn't great, but no, I think just that start coming out. Starting here, I think was just special, and just you just feel the energy in this building. It's the reason it's the mecca of hockey, the energy that surrounds it, the people, the excitement to be here. It's it's something that you don't get many other places.
Play with John and Mitch. I know you know them, but what was that like?
Yeah, it was great that I played with them at international before and different things to kind of be able to come in and just right away just start talking what we want to do, kind of things we want to, and just having that relationship before definitely helped a lot. And gosh, like the players they are. You can see just, the focus and obviously, the creativity they both have and just the tenaciousness they have and going out there and let's go win a game. It's very fun to play with.
Your thoughts on your two newest players, and how did you arrive at the decision to play them on the line you did with O'Reilly?
In terms of the two guys that come as advertised, in terms of their personality, character, where they fit in, two veteran players, very experienced and accomplished guys that fit right in right away. Even though they're the new guys here, they fit in really well. So that was great to see, for sure. That's going to really help us. It's tremendous. In terms of the decision to play him there, I know it's something I would have tried at some point, for sure, and we would give it some runway. Thought that setting up O'Reilly and Acciari both in terms of playing their natural position, playing at center, and then in O'Reilly's case in particular, playing with two of our top guys, it just helped put him in a good spot here on arrival. And then, John and I, over my tenure here, we've talked about him playing wing at different times. We haven't really had the depth at center to be able to give it much of a look other than the odd shift here and there. So for all those reasons, it just made sense for me to just start with it right out of the gate.
You've always been aware of the moment. Here's a Southern Ontario kid coming to Toronto, playing his first game, hockey night in Canada, Montreal, and you put him out there for the opening face-off. Just talk. You've done that with other guys before. Just talk about how special it is that they know you understand the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to ask the guys, in terms of that. But for me, I'm doing it for the player, but I'm also doing it for our fans. They get an opportunity. I'm sure they're excited for us to add a guy like him, but they get a chance to acknowledge him and a chance to see him right out of the gate. And then also, you give him a good moment, and it's not just him. Like even in the room, when you say that he's starting, you get a good reaction from the rest of the team because they're excited for him. So that was great, and it was a tremendous shift too. So it was all good.
Right, so what do you think Woll tonight, the importance of the way?
Yeah, that's maybe a storyline that will go under the radar perhaps, but I thought he was really solid for us. We gave up at times some looks that, we wish we hadn't, and some clean looks, and he was really stood tall, made strong saves, so it was very good tonight.
You talked about this morning about them insisting, Noel and Brian insisting on coming and being part of this game. What does it say to you that they have a crazy 24 hours? They could have just met you guys in Chicago. What does it say about their commitment to this group?
Yeah, I hadn't even put together the whole Chicago thing. We're going to go right back to the time zone that they started the day in. It just speaks to their character. Like I said, they're adamant about it, and I don't know. I never ever spoke to O'Reilly about it, but Kyle mentioned to me last night that that one of the hiccups for them getting here is they didn't have their gear when all this happened, but. It was explained to me that O'Reilly might have found a way to acquire the keys to the building to go get his gear and make sure that he was not going to be slowed down in the morning, and he grabbed Acciari's while he was there. So it just speaks to what those guys are about. I think there's the on ice things that everyone's going to see. I got a glimpse into what they're going to bring to our room.
What were you thinking during that opening shift? Because it was quite something as far as the first shift.
I thought it was tremendous. The first shift and then the second shift to follow, and it was kind of built, which is what you want to see, right? You want to see your shifts stacked on top of one another and build some energy in the building. So we did that. Unfortunately, we weren't able to sustain it beyond that. But yeah, it was great. I mean, O'Reilly had a tremendous look there right off the hop, which would have been something. But I thought it was great. Big time assist that he got tonight too. In terms of making that play on the entry there off of what was a tremendous initiative by Sandin at the end of the power play to not just dump it in or to just default to another play, but take charge and get the entry, makes a play to O'Reilly, and then make a couple more. And it's a huge moment in the game for us.
What's Samsonov's status moving forward here for tomorrow?
He is going to meet us at the plane, so he's going to travel with us today. He felt better as the day went along, so he's going to prepare to play tomorrow. I think he is, even though 5 o'clock start. My understanding is he'll skate in the morning to just be sure that he's feeling right. Shalgren will travel with us as well, and we'll make the call tomorrow.